When I paint, I'm in my zone, man. There's been tough times where life, knocks me out. It's not just paintings and drawings. There's levels to this shit. It's like a lifestyle. I remember back in high school, I used to skip classes and lunch, like my lunch period, and I would go to my art teacher, and she would have a classing session, and she would just let me sit and draw. And that was, I think that was normal for me to do that. All my art teachers would know about that. Just accept the fact that I'm different, and I'm not the type of kid to settle in with drama. So that played out perfectly for me. That was my only escape. I'm in love with this. I love the freedom of it. No one else tells you what you can't or can't do. I think people that are different have a shot at being original. They have the motivation. This doesn't mean everybody needs to be a rapper, a painter, an artist. Your art can be your emotion. Your art can be in your fucking mind. It's okay to be differently wired. Like, write down your ideas, express what you feel. I believe that every single thing you see or hear is talking to you. When I really started painting a lot, I had to become so obsessed that there was nowhere to move in my home. Paintings were everywhere. You really don't know what the painting really means. You think you do. Most of the time, I start out with a plan and like a year later, I realized that the painting was telling me what I needed to know about myself a year before. I dream of colors, so when I wake up, I just bring them back to life. And I think you need to be a little bit crazy to be creative. If you're not crazy, you can't take risks. And I'm not afraid of risks when it comes to painting, because I feel free. I think what makes someone an artist is that they make models of their inner life. They make something physical come into being, as inspired by their emotions or their needs, or what they feel the audience needs.
make art on how I feel. There's so much negativity go around. I try to keep my head up so the people around me could keep their head up and we can all eat together. You know what I'm saying? Back to the magic, sit back while I'm rapping. You move slow like traffic, you know what just happened. I pulled the cap in with no cap. Now you know who's the captain, and that's a fact. They don't know me, nah, they don't wanna know me. It's the OG, came here again to bust the cap in your head. And if I miss, I guess I shot one of your friends. That ain't the end, I put the crown to the head. That's a Frank White thing, King of New York with the stylish bitch. Man, this is a hit. Oh my God, shorty super bad, you could call me Mick Lovin'. Everybody talking big, but you know they bluffing. Diesel boy pulled up to my house, he was bout nothing. Since Dark Love came out, my phone had been buzzing. My name is Pedro Saul Garcia, also known as OG Uy. I'm a rapper and artist coming from Westbury, New York. I do a lot of art customizations, music, coming out with an album, Garcia Tour. Make sure you go check that out on all platforms. You know, follow my Instagram, pedrosaul.g. You know what time it is? Positive vibes only, man. That's how we do it. I started about when I was 16 years old. My friend Francisco put me on, Young X God, shout out Young X God. He put me on to making music, and I just followed up on him, got better at it, worked on it harder, and you know, released song after song, album after album. Like I would help people with like poetic stuff. Obviously, they wouldn't know it came from me, and I just took that same poetic stuff and threw some punchlines. Like my mom's, obviously every rapper's dream is to move their mom out the hood. So I want to do big things for my family. I just want to feel like I became something instead of not being anything. So a lot of things motivate me. I gotta say Biggie Smalls is in my top 5. I got Eminem in my top 5. I got Don Q in my top 5. My first few songs came out as old classic like hip hop. So I didn't like the mumble rap, but everybody was heading towards that, so I felt like that was the new wave. After a while, it became catchy and everything, but it's like the offbeat type of music, like I don't really mess with that. I like the mumble rap and anything before that. At times I feel like art is overrated, not too much underrated, just because it's everywhere and like somebody could paint a line and everybody would be like, oh, he's an artist. That's like being overrated. There's underrated people who are really insecure about coming out as like, you know, showing their art cases because they feel like they'll get judged of what the stuff they make. But people make all these racist and, you know, things that shouldn't even be out there as art. But art is everything. Art is everywhere.
I started painting literally like a fucking year ago. Like as a kid, I just painted and like drew for fun. But now I do it because it's like, it's a great isolation. Whether it's performance, music, art, I know that it touches a lot of people, and for me, painting touches me a lot. So, like, I stick to that, and it just speaks to me. Like, art speaks to me in many ways, and sort of music. I know music inspires me to draw a lot. The reason why I draw and paint is to make myself better. I don't do it because I want to show the whole world how much I can paint. I don't do it for money or anything. It's just, that's my only escape. I want to say that art is very underrated in many ways.
Golden frame. Why is that the only thing that has a gold frame?
Oh, the navy ball painting? Why does it have a gold frame? Because it definitely means a lot. And just to have a golden frame on it means a lot because it's just pure memory all day. It's about someone really special. Bro, I went a fucking year off without doing anything. Without painting, drawing, nothing. So I had no outlet. I had nothing to turn back to. Not to sound corny or anything, but I felt like a fighter, like coming out. You know, I felt like I had the intensity of a boxer, just coming out and getting back to what I do. So When art started becoming part of the gallery, it became a separation between culture and even hip-hop. We are artists, we're alike, we're cousins. That's what makes it exciting. Before I start on my craft, I listen to music. No one will ever know how much rage and passion goes into everything I do. Like if I start something, I better murder that shit. It's that violent spark that makes me great.
The type of person that I am is somebody that if you listen to the lyrics and not much about the quality, if you listen to the story, you would get me and you would get a lot of people that are going through the same thing. I'm somebody that you could, I wouldn't say look up to, but somebody that you could come to when no matter what the situation is, I will always give you an advice. You know, I would tell you things to the point where I will show you that I understand what you're going through. But I'm never going to side on just you if you're having an issue. I'm gonna definitely give you perspectives of every single side. And guess who's back? I'm on the beat like rat-a-tat. Your girl I'm gonna eat cause she a snack. We fuck it days a week, she knows facts. Should not have to repeat all the time. Check out the rhyme, this shit is sour like eating a lime. You choose a penny, your girl is a dime. I kill you niggas, but doing the time.
Show me the throne, I'm taking it. My shoe is too big to fit in it. Nap in your head cause you feeling it. Shoes 3 times, I'm pinning it. Ayy, slow it down, boy. What you doing now, boy? I'm in your town, boy, and I take the crown, boy. I thought I told you that this is it. You making all that noise, but you ain't doing shit. Ayy.
I started writing like about, I want to say 2-3 years ago. Back in high school type stuff, like senior year. Something that I'm not insecure about is just being myself, honestly. I don't care like if I'm dancing in public type shit. You know, I look up to X because of the mindset that he always had. You know, no matter what it is, it's either you see him in an interview, you see him like having fun, or you just listen to him through the music as well. And he doesn't really hide the person that he is. You know, growing up, I wasn't really antisocial at all. You know, I definitely, whoever I hung out with, I've always gotten along with them. You know, when it comes to meeting new people, I have to see the kind of like energy that they're giving off, because I'm not just gonna go off to anybody. And popularity-wise, never really talked to anybody. I wasn't like that popular kid, like, oh my God, have you heard about Christian? Nah, it was more like, who's Christian? And then you show them a picture and they're just like, oh yeah, that short kid. Like, you know, I've always been short as fuck, you know? So basically, I feel like I can't do anything without music. You know, there's a lot of things that I can't do. I could be walking and then all of a sudden I'm just like, you know, just making out a beat. But music is like, it always draws a picture in your head, definitely. It's the mood that I'm in. You know, if if I'm not feeling so happy, because I give out advice to a lot of my friends, and sometimes I actually use what they're going through and I put it in my music, because I feel like my music is basically, I want people to relate to it always. You know, it's like there's a lot of kids that are going through depression, you know, and I've been through depression myself. So, you know, if I feel depressed, if I feel sad, if I feel like I'm missing love, I would definitely put that on a sheet. And if not, then hell, yo, it doesn't even have to be like in a room and I just sit down and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna write a song. It's more like, damn, I'm at an airport, let me write like a few bars, then I could be somewhere else and then write the rest, you know? So it's more like I could be feeling like happy one moment, sad one moment. It's like a sad boy cycle. You listen to that music, it'll be like you gotta talk about sadness, drugs, girls, and then repeat it, you know? So it's always how I'm feeling at the moment, definitely.
Art to me is like another, in a way it's like another world. Like, you never really hear someone doing art and like being upset. Like, when you do art, it's different. Like, you do it because you love it, or you do it because like it makes you feel good. But like art is just magical, honestly. My main hobby is taking pictures. I like to take pictures of like people when they're not really paying attention, because when they're paying attention, like, they're really self-conscious about it, and I don't want people to be self-conscious in my pictures. I just want them to be like natural. My dad draws. He taught me how to draw. My sisters, they used to draw too, but they never really took it that far, except for one. Like, I have my oldest sister, she went to AI, which is the Art Institute of New York, to become a fashion designer. I don't know why. Like, I feel like it should be talked about more, especially when you take art classes. Like, I know in high school, before we would do any like project, we do background on it, and I feel like that's really important, because you shouldn't just do art and like not know what you're doing. Like, that's just mad weird. But as for the big artists and stuff, like, I do appreciate them. It's my fault for not having that much knowledge about them, but like, I do like some of Picasso's old work and stuff. I think about that often, and truthfully still I don't know, because I don't want it to become something that I resent because I turned it into a profit. Like, I think for now I kind of just want to stick with it being a hobby, and if it really goes far, like, maybe, you know, I'll charge people for photo shoots, but like, I can't really see that happening for a long time. To pretty much have hope into something, because if you don't have hope into anything, like, you're really just gonna like fall off and kind of go crazy. So like, always have hope, and like, your breakthrough is definitely gonna come soon, because especially after high school, like, it's kind of only up from there. And yeah, adulting is like definitely hard, but like, it's better than being confined in high school.
Nowadays I'm more spiritual than religious. Spend my days trying hard to gap these bridges, but I can't. I'm mentally blocked by rigid decisions, all under government supervision. That's why I stand with heart and emphasis. I've always had good penmanship. I write down what is killing me and turn it into excellence. Never hesitant, I am the past and future. Kama Sutra, why I'm yelling hallelujah. My shot, so I'm reaching for the Ruger. Chakras burning me, the rights to be a Buddha. Young prodigy, man, I spit mad acid, melt through plastic. Step away, you'll get blasted, man, I'm crafted. I'm a masterpiece. Plus she say I eat the pussy like I'm Japanese. Laying in my canopy, actually feeling butter, feeling mac and cheese. I can't wait till I live out all my fantasies. Indigo. I definitely was artistically and spiritually different in high school. Because even though I was kind of that goofy kid, I was serious about some things and serious about some beliefs. And I kind of had my own way of seeing things. I recorded one song in 10th grade. And then it was horrible, the quality was horrible. So I like deleted it like 10 minutes after. Music is every emotion. Every emotion that you push through, you can put to the music. It's every emotional drive, you know? So if you're sad, there's a type beat to it, you know, there's a type vibe to it. Just every emotion drives music with me and with everybody else. Like I was like the class clown, and then like I didn't like school, so I was lazy, didn't really do work, forgot that I had homework. I was kind of shy when it came to girls, you know this, and just like other popular kids sometimes. But I was like energetic, and I was, you know, goofy. So it was kind of like if I knew you, I was comfortable, and I was just myself. Art is literally life. Everything in life has art in it. All it is portraying a message that gives out a certain type of energy, you know? So art is expression. Geez, while I'm praying for world peace, everybody deceased, they're waiting on my release, they're filling these seats. Little nigga from out east, I was born in the Bronx, so body filling these streets. I be rocking out like Cobain, just another no name who spit high like propane. Got shoes black like Soul Train, my soul white like cocaine. And I just laugh at it, and she look back at it, cause I do black magic. While I'm praying for more paper, just do me a favor, please sever the favor. Got my mind on the money while the pen on the paper. Balls that I had is the slowly turning to vapor. I'm back at it with flows like a crack addict. Not even 21, but a nigga straight savage. You talk but can't back it, you talk but can't back it. These niggas try to copy my style, they can't match it. Lately I've been feeling so out of place. I've been trying to think of a better way. My wallet ain't getting away. I'm happy with how I pace war to nip up with my shit. This a marathon, not a race. Tim's on, so you really know that I'm dead ass. I'm from the X, but I already know where my head at. Got on tight, but I prefer them rocking the head wrap. Know what I'm trying to get at? Only if she natural. Only My name is Indigo, and I'm a rapper coming from the New York area. And I'm all about energy, so.
I think it's like really about time that we just start putting ourselves out there, to be honest. It's just like, you know, you see how things are changing, the music's changing, people's mindsets are changing. Yeah, I really feel like we have that like mindset that's gonna, you know, connect with people.
Help elevate you, you know?
Yeah, because, you know, in the end of the day, it's not about really like how much you reach, it's really just the influence you have, how many people you touch. And honestly, like, that's really the main goal with all this. Like, some people just say, oh, I make music because I want to make the most money, and I want to, you know. No, it's just like, I want to, like, it's more than that. It's about changing mindsets, about changing feelings, and, you know, it's just doing your part to honestly do as much as you can. Yeah. I think it's about time to do that shit. I swear to God, yo, fuck it. Let go. Oh. Leave it up to me, shawty, we don't play yes. Ooh. Keep that going, man. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Ooh, cause we're bringing on the title. New hip-hop is the revival. Domination with changing styles. My deep gangsta, our next idols. Cause we're bringing home the title. New hip-hop is the revival. Domination with changing styles. My deep gangsta, our next wait. I just ran my second mile. Too many letdowns, so tried to smile. Haven't felt this power in a while. Dripping sweat, so legs outrun your rivals. Making progress has become vital. First I hustle, then I smoke the psycho. Ooh, I'ma beat the show who's bad. I might go, but the show done done the wave. Smart your rivals. Wait, rival you can win or defeat me. A rival you can try, but there is no repeat. Rival you will try till you die, there's no retreat. You can never flow hard even with your sick beat. Body give you tips on the I feel I'm the big B. Gonna suck my body all in me in the deep end. Philosophy music is the only thing we preaching. Bills pay vacation now, see you in a week then. Because let's get it. We dumb loco with nice vocals. Baby girl, you like what you see, so take a photo. I just wanna chill in the skies like Mr. Popo. Disappear from Earth in a blink and like a Frodo. But so you know though, I've been riding dolo, maybe with my brother. Ha. We international, going global, yes. The grinding never stops, don't you count the total. Ha. But we the main attraction, like a focal point. Loyal to my habitat, fuck the money voice. Think about the consequence and you make a choice. Out of Papa's father, cause my ride is always toy. I'm always in a hurry, so I roll in the Royce. Well, let's rejoice that I'm dreaming big. It's elementary, cause I gotta teach these kids that today is to do wisdom of a year. Fuck the all your rigs, I'm trying to make it flip. Cause if we don't, then it's time to get it. The earth is getting hot like an iron pot. Though I'm kinda odd, cause I like the pop hunter. Cause the pops, though I'm kinda odd. Gotta match it like a motherfucking god, yo. That's it. Alright, so I guess it was pretty simple. We want to say who we are and what we're doing. Well, this is Darren Nation. Yeah, it's Darren Nation. Individually, obviously, we got Nate and Darry Kane, and we are gonna be the front runners in the new era of music. Yeah, yeah. That's the goal, and that's the goal we will achieve from day one. Yeah, and you know, I think the main part of this in the end is just we have a mission. And the mission is to change as many people's lives as we can. And I know that sounds weird when you're saying, oh, then why are you doing music? Why aren't you being a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that? But there's many ways to save people's lives and bring good to people's lives as well. Mm-hmm. And we think this, with our message and our, you know, tenacity. Yeah, we think it's enough to really make an impact because, you know, the way you touch somebody is touch them in their most vulnerable places, and most of the time that's when we're down and trying to find an escape, and art is that escape. And whether it's visuals, whether it's a certain sound that intrigues you, you know, it's a chance for you to express how you feel without the pressures of judgment and without the pressures of others critiquing how you feel. Yeah, and you know, just think about, you know, the world we live in now. Like, we live in a world where everything is controlled. You know, even your opportunities are controlled. Mm-hmm. And so to have this sort of really power over basically your limits, which there are none once you realize, and I think that alone is like such an amazing aspect of just creating. Because, like, you know, we create many things. We create food, we create, you know, paintings, like you name it. Like, look at where we're sitting and stuff that man has created themselves as well. And like those things are just the most important things I think in our life, because it's the things that we have the most control of. If we want, tomorrow we could start from scratch and just start making anything we want in terms of art, and literally nobody could tell us what to do or not to do, you know. Like just like right now, we could talk about anything we want in this interview, because hey, it's
a free for all.
It's that's it. I think we reached some sort of like, I want to say like a lo-fi hip hop as well as like R&B type of roots.
Definitely touching R&B.
Because like, you know, you take a look at, you know, we've always been musically influenced since we were young. I mean, going back to when we were like toddlers, we, you know, growing up in our Hispanic homes, we have, you know, bachata everywhere. We have cumbia, which of course every single thing we hear plays a role to what you come out with.
No doubt.
Growing up, we got very into like classic rock and roll, then heavy metal and all these type of. And then once I went into high school, I got really into jazz. I fell in love with just that same thing I was talking about, creativity. I mean, there's literally no rules in the jazz world, and that aspect really drew into me and made me very passionate about music, because I'm like, damn, you can really do whatever the fuck you want as long as you know what you're doing with confidence, which is what we have. You know, I think that main part is what makes any artist a good artist, is when you have that confidence, and we have that.
So for me, it's no debate. My top influence is Gangstar, no doubt, because Gangstar is obviously classic hip hop. That's one. You know, it's Guru Premier. It's as good as it gets in terms of that. But obviously, the most important factor for me, though, is the message, which is what Guru always emphasized on. He's like, you know, the formulas could change. The formulas do change. We know this. You know, we have to adapt to whatever is hot. You have to understand that music is evolutionary. It's never stagnant. But at the end, what we always want is a message, you know? And that's always important for me, obviously, because like we mentioned before, we live a lifestyle focused on ethics, focused on morality. That's why I am so heavily invested in music and politics, you know, because in my opinion, those things are hand in hand. Because especially hip hop more than anything, because hip hop has always been politically influenced. You know, from the first days, it was the outlet for the struggle. You know, it was ways for people to speak about the unspeakable, which is, you know, injustices of the criminal justice system, you know, poverty, which obviously now is as worse.
The way it works is I kind of have everything in my head already, even like ideas for melody. As soon as the piano melody comes, I'm like, all right, because in the end, it's all about the pace of a song, and the pace of a song determines everything.
BPM.
The BPM is everything. All you need, like again, like a guitar, like all we need is that one sort of percussion type of instrument. And the rest is really in your hands in terms of what exactly you want to go where to complement it. To sound cheesy though, I think art is life. I think it's no question. I think it's the last step of just what humans are, because you know the very first thing we are is animals. Then survivors. But then the last thing we are when we have consciousness and just that comfortness is we're artists.
We're you know, last thing in line.
We're creators. We're innovators. We're, you know, we build things. We you know, and we just keep doing it to this day. And I think we're not humans without art. We're just animals.
There's nothing even dropped yet with this.
So this is like whoever gets to see this, y'all so fucking lucky.
This is intro number one. This is literally
this is the intro of us.
This
is pilot to everything that's coming, man. I'm letting out a big warning.
And thank you, honestly, shout out to Willber for
of course. This is big respects, because
you know thank you for the patience too, because I know we've always been working.
We had some struggles.
You know, shit is, you know, niggas is busy all the time. So like, and like I said, we know the conditions that we are right now. Everybody works 40 plus hours a week. So for us to still invest the time to make this art happen, that again, this is why I have an extra layer of respect for artists, because I know how hard it is now more than ever to be an artist, you know. So honestly,
most importantly, man, like we say, this shit regular.
This shit regular.
Our lifestyle, our fitness lifestyle, you know,
it's just healthy.
Our nutrition, all this stuff is what we're trying to be. I have a joke that I say to my girl. I'm trying to be role models, bro. Like role models. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to not just act good and talk good. I'm trying to look good and eat good too, bro. I'm trying to be role models, bro. I'm trying to be what people are trying to act and look like, bro. Cause that's the way we ought to be. And I hope everybody follows that. It's gonna be a fun time. Like if you follow us, life's gonna be good.
You're gonna pick up a lot of good habits.
Yeah, man. Because
in the end, it's just, oh man, it's just about living life to your biggest potential. Like, why would you not want to live your life to your biggest, to be the best person you could be?
Yep.
And to, you know, like, what the fuck you here for? Why aren't you here if you're not gonna try? If you're not gonna try, then just rot, bro. Not to be mean, but that's what you're doing regardless if you're not trying. So, and I'm trying to make this sort of a motivation to everybody, because, you know, it's not like we have it good already. Bro, I got less than, like, you know, I'm not gonna say the number, but I got a little bit of money, you know, and like, you know, I'm still here with a smile on my face and with all the confidence in the world of what I do and in love of what I do.
Yeah.
Because you don't. All you need is your hands, your mind, and just that. All you need is, that's it, man.
Yeah.
So we got it. So it's coming, yo. Darren Nation, named Dada Kane. Appreciate the time.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, man.
If we go way far back, never thought it would become like that. Always judging, pushing everyone back. You'll never learn. Me on the room misunderstood. All he needed was another push. Take a look at who he is now. How you think he's supposed to handle fear now? I guess he'll never learn.
Pick it up and start again. You've got a second chance, you could go home, escape it all, it's just irrelevant. Just medicine to be what you want to be, what you said you were when you met me. You could still be what you want to, what you said you were. When I met you, when you met me, from all the medicine, pick it up, and start again. Chance you could go home, escape it all. It's just
I started getting serious when I posted this one picture on Instagram, and the feedback was better than, you know, what I normally got in school when it comes to art. I was more towards street artists like, such as example Banksy, you know, also muralists. You know, Kipto, Ten Hun, you know, you're not so famous, but, you know, good artists, you know. Banksy, I don't know how he does it, bro, but, you know, the shit he does, the shit he shows too, the message, don't give up, bro. Like, on some real shit, don't give up. If you give up, obviously, you won't want to be where you are, where you want to be. See, you know, looking at these hip-hop artists, you know, or these artists, they started where we are right now, you know. They started, you know, sometimes they down themselves, you know, they just didn't want to pursue, but, you know, someone in their life, you know, changed that, and then they are where they are right now.
be your tiny dancer. I waited for you in the sky you slipped away, in the city on the park bench, in the middle of the pouring rain. 'Cause I adored you, I just wanted things to be the same. You said to meet me up there tomorrow, but tomorrow never came. Tomorrow never came.
What you thinking? Penny for your thoughts. Those lights are blinking on that old jukebox. But don't ask me why. Just swallow some wine. Why? Stay, baby, stay. On this side of paradise, in the tropic of Cancer. 'Cause if I had my way, you would always stay. And you'd be my tiny dancer, baby.
I waited for you in the sky you slipped away, in the city on the park bench, in the middle of the pouring rain. 'Cause I adored you, on, son. Soldier, keep on marching on. Quiet night, gonna wake the beast. Hide your soul out of his reach. Shiver to that broken beat.